If you're a YouTuber or a creator, you're probably curious, what does a cheap setup look like versus a medium setup versus a multi-million-dollar setup? And today, we're gonna go over all three of them, and personally, I've experienced all three. My name is Nathan, and this is the Blueprint channel where we help creators build valuable attention. Every single week, we're posting videos helping you guys solve your problems, become better creators, and go from 0 to millions and millions of views. And today, we're gonna do something special, a little sentimental. Anyways, let's start off with my first YouTube rig. How did I start my channel? It was on this right here. This laptop that I'm holding started my very first YouTube channel, and it recorded probably my first 200 to 300 videos. It lasted me about a year and a half. It does still work, however, I don't know where the charger is, but that's okay. It's still in great condition, but I want to share with you a little story of just how I came across this absolute beast of a laptop. So 12 years ago when I started my YouTube channel, this was actually a gift for Christmas. My parents bought me this. I told them I wanted a computer because I wanted to start making YouTube videos. I also did a bunch of chores around the house. I helped my dad build a fence and all types of stuff to help pay for this laptop. At the time, I think the laptop was around $250, whereas today, I'm pretty sure you can get them for like 150 bucks or less. They're pretty cheap, they're not very powerful, and this right here is what started it all. It's crazy to think, bro. This started everything. This started channels that now have over 10 million subscribers, that have made millions of dollars in revenue, that have just completely changed my life. I'm gonna keep this forever. This is a piece right here. But the wild thing is that when I got this laptop, I started my YouTube channel with the game of Minecraft. And Minecraft is a very simple game. If you know, the graphics are not insane, but unfortunately, this laptop, even when I got it brand new, was so bad that I couldn't play Minecraft and record videos at the same time. I could only do one thing. So I could play Minecraft, but the second I hit the record button, the computer would just lag like crazy and it was just not good. So what I ended up doing is I actually deleted the Windows operating system and downgraded to Windows XP. And I was able to get an additional 30 frames per second, and that's how I started recording some of my first couple videos on Windows XP. I don't even know how I did it, if I'm being honest. It took some effort for sure, but I made it work. Even though my original computer that I got didn't even work for filming videos, I figured out a way to literally customize the operating system, minimize certain things that I didn't need, and got it to a point where I could run Minecraft, record videos at a good 60 FPS, a very smooth rate. I also didn't have a microphone, so if you watch some of my first couple videos, they were pretty rough. After I got rid of that laptop, I built my own computer. I figured out that I could save around $200 to $300 by building a computer instead of actually buying a pre-built computer. So I got on YouTube, watched some tutorials, figured out how to build a computer, and ordered all the parts and then built it. And then over time, I slowly upgraded that computer as my YouTube channel got bigger and as I got more checks from YouTube. I remember one of the first checks I ever received from YouTube was around $152, maybe $156. Nothing crazy, but man, when I got that first check, it hit me with some reality. It just kind of opened my eyes and say, hey, this is possible. You can make money on this. Because in the beginning, I was just doing it for fun. I didn't really plan to make money. I knew I wanted to do YouTube long term, but I didn't think it was gonna be the thing that paid for everything. I was just doing it on the side for fun when I was in middle school and into high school. But if we go ahead and fast forward, I eventually spent $40,000 on a gaming YouTube setup. Now, this is pretty crazy. It was a lot of money, a lot of work into the computer, the desk, the monitors, just the whole 9 yards. I remember my camera was around $5,000 just to record things. But honestly, that's when I started making some real YouTube money, obviously, so I could spend a lot of this on my setup. Let's watch him react. This is an old video. Oh, the B-roll is crazy. So we got 3 monitors, 3 lights, microphone, camera. We got 2 different computers. We got a mini fridge. The desk raises so I could stand up and record things. So around this time, this is when I started discovering blueprints for how to grow YouTube channels. And around this time is when my channels actually started taking off like crazy. And it's also when I started my main vlog channel, which today is my biggest channel with almost 19 million subscribers. What happened is I started recognizing strategies and patterns that I could replicate and build momentum on YouTube in order to get not just millions of views, but billions of views on my channels. We have over 20 billion views today, and it's still climbing every single month. We get around 100 million views every 30 days. And I took all of these blueprints, these strategies, and everything that I learned from this point forward, and that's how I developed Blueprint University. It took years to build out this program and learn all these things. So if you're interested, it's a one-time fee. Check out the link in the top of the description. I hate to be a sellout. Let me go ahead and break down this setup just so you guys understand where the money is coming from. I don't know if it was exactly $40,000, but we're about to figure it out because I remember the price of all of these things. Desk was around $2,000. It was pretty pricey. That chair right there is a Herman Miller chair. There's actually another one over there. These are like the best chairs. This chair was $1,200. Yeah, I know. I spent $1,200 on a chair. Johnny, can you believe that?
Dude, that's irresponsible.
I'm not actually irresponsible. I thought it was irresponsible at the time, but it's not, because if you think about it, I sat every day recording videos for 14 hours. I need a comfortable chair, bro.
So it's an investment.
It is 100% an investment. I would, today, if there was a more comfy chair and it was $15,000 to $20,000, I would buy it, without a doubt. I sit so much when I work and film, and it's so much better for my back and all that stuff. But anyways, the chair was $1,200. And then we have the monitors. I think those were around $500 each. So we'll say $1,500. Speaker setup was around $1,500. Camera setup was around $3,000. I also had multiple lenses that I would interchange. Microphone was around $300. Mini fridge, $250, I think. Had to put the mini fridge in there, bro. Lighting setup was around $1,500. I actually had more lights in my closet that I would kind of switch out, but those were my main three. And then the big one was the computer. So I don't know exactly what computer this was, because this black computer that you see right here, I custom built this one myself. However, I did upgrade it multiple times. So I think at the end, I spent around $7,000 on the computer. And then I have another Razer computer. That one was around $2,500 as well. So in total, we're at about $20,000. It was not $40,000. Get clickbaited. I can't do math, okay? I don't know. Maybe I was calculating the apartment rent on top of that. I don't know. Anyways, the setup was sick though. I filmed so many videos in this room. Oh, I forgot about the mixers. I think the mixers were like also $2,000. I also have a power bank back there. A lot of the money that I spent on this computer was actually in the hard drives and the storage. I want to say I spent like $2,000 to $3,000 on storage, simply because I film a ton of videos. We store a ton of videos, thousands and thousands of gigabytes of videos. So I wanted to store everything in one place. I also spent a lot of money on sound panels. Those were about $300 each. I think there were 7 of them. I forgot the monitor stand. That was like $120 too. Anyways, you get the point. If you want to watch the whole video, it is a little cringy. This is an old video, but we'll link it down in the description. But now we've upgraded. We've gone from a $23,000 setup all the way to a multi-million-dollar setup across multiple properties. So Johnny, let's look. Right now, we're in an office. This is just one room, but there's multiple offices in here. Grab your camera and your tripod. Oh, you got the battery mount, don't you? just grab it, just come peek around, Johnny. So if you come out here, we have an entire office space now for YouTube videos. It all started in my bedroom with that cheap little laptop growing up as a kid, and then I got my own place. I built a crazy gaming setup, and now we have an entire office building with employees, and this is just one property. We have another property that we film. But let me give you guys a quick tour of the office. Let's go. Hold on, I gotta shut the door. This is the post-production department. This is pretty much the editor's lair. This room, Ethan, what is this room?
It's my studio. It's a little bit of everything. It's like a shooting space, a workspace. It changes for everything. Right now we were just doing thumbnails, and now I'm making pancake art for studios.
Yeah, this room, every single week I come to the office, this room looks totally different. It's just like, everything changes in here, everything moves around. It's kind of like a little studio set. I know the Lego team was also using it for one of the Unbuildable videos last week. And then we have some editing bays here. So we have editing here, and then if you swap over here, we have editing there. And they have a meeting, so we're just gonna awkwardly stare at them and see if they say anything.
Nathan doesn't have it. No. You're right. Steven Share? Got
That
it.
dude's going for
They
it.
look like they're having an intense conversation. Maybe we should keep going. And then come into here. This is Johnny's office. Okay, so if we come into here, this is one of our other studios. This is kind of used for a lot of different things. This is one of the bigger offices. We use this for a variety of a bunch of different filming. The main thing we film here is Blueprint, I would say. So this is kind of like our Blueprint setup. We film a bunch of Blueprint stuff here. We also film a lot of Blueprint stuff at the Island House. And then over here, they have green screens here and here that they can pull down. And then we have another gaming setup over here. This is used for gaming videos. It's mainly used for the Unspeakable Reacts channel, is mainly what they use it for. Over here, we got Johnny's little sweat box. This is where he like records all the audio for Blueprint. He makes sure, he's got his mixer, everything's set up here. But seriously, if you're interested in growing a YouTube channel and getting to over 1 million subscribers and beyond, definitely be sure to check out Blueprint University. It's everything I know, all of my secrets, all of my strategies. You're literally getting 12 years of my knowledge just in one program. We got a ton of creators in Blueprint University that haven't even started a YouTube channel, and they are overwhelmed with the amount of advice and education that they got inside Blueprint University. And we also have some creators like this guy right here that has 12 million subscribers, and he is getting a ton of advice out of Blueprint University. So it doesn't matter what size you are, check out Blueprint University. There's a link at the top of the description. So that's the evolution of my YouTube studios, from a cheap laptop to a $40,000 gaming setup to multiple properties that are millions and millions of dollars. And we are still progressing to this day, so maybe next time you're gonna see something crazy. Me and Johnny were just talking about this, the new place in Alaska, dude.
Oh, dude.
That's gonna be crazy. Oh man.
Alaska's coming, bro. Alaska's coming.
Definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and every single week we're posting videos helping y'all get to millions and millions of views. I'm sharing all of my advice, all of my strategies, so definitely be sure to subscribe. See y'all next week.